They're closer than you think. Not hiding in the shadows, but standing right beside you, wearing the face of a friend, a partner, or even family. They use weapons so quiet, you don't even hear them. Their attacks leave no visible bruises, but they shatter your spirit piece by piece. We're taught that manipulators are obvious monsters, loud, aggressive, and easy to spot. But that's a dangerous lie. The real threat is the one who makes you question your own mind. Who convinces you that their poison is actually your medicine? It's a slow erosion of who you are, a theft of your own confidence, a game where they write the rules and you don't even know you're playing. But what if I told you they all follow the same script? A 6-part strategy designed to take everything from you. Stay with me, because I'm about to pull back the curtain and expose every single one of their tricks. This knowledge isn't just power, it's your armor. The first move they make is the cruelest. It's called gaslighting. It's the art of making you feel like you're going crazy. They'll deny things they said just yesterday. They'll twist your words until you can't recognize them anymore, making you the villain in your own story. You'll remember an event perfectly, but they will look you in the eyes and tell you it never happened. Their confidence is so absolute, you start to doubt yourself. Your own memory becomes the enemy. Your perception feels flawed. That certainty you once had about yourself begins to crack and crumble. It's a fog that rolls in, confusing everything. They become the only source of truth, and you start relying on them to define your reality. But once they have a foothold in your mind, they aim for your freedom. What's the easiest way to trap someone without building a single wall? They target your wallet. Financial control isn't about money. It's about power. It starts small, almost innocently. Let me handle the bills. You have enough to worry about. It sounds like a gesture of care, a helping hand. Soon, you're asking for permission to buy groceries. You have to justify every expense while they spend freely without a second thought. Your access to your own money slowly disappears. They become the gatekeeper of your independence, and you become a prisoner in a cage you can't see. This dependence makes leaving feel impossible. How can you walk away when you can't even afford a bus ticket without their approval? Now that they control your reality and your resources, they begin the brainwashing. They use the power of repetition. A lie told once is just a lie, but a lie told 100 times starts to sound like the truth. This is their core strategy. They'll repeat that you're too sensitive, that you're forgetful, or that you're lucky to have them because no one else would put up with you. At first, you fight it. You know it's not true, but hearing it day in and day out is like water dripping on a stone. It wears you down. Eventually, you start to believe it. You internalize their criticisms until their voice becomes your own inner monologue. This is how they destroy your ability to think for yourself. They replace your thoughts with their narrative, until you forget what you believed in before they came along. But what happens when their lies aren't enough to control you? They bring out a heavier weapon, one that targets your heart directly. They make you feel guilty for everything. The guilt becomes a leash they can pull whenever you step out of line. If you want to see your friends, you're accused of abandoning them. If you're happy about a personal achievement, they find a way to make you feel selfish. Their problems are always your fault. Their bad mood is your responsibility to fix. You find yourself constantly apologizing for things you didn't even do. You walk on eggshells, trying to predict their needs, just to avoid the crushing feeling of letting them down. Pleasing them becomes your primary goal. This emotional poison makes you carry burdens that were never yours to begin with. You give and give, hoping one day it will be enough. It never is. You've felt this, haven't you? That feeling of being responsible for someone else's happiness. If you have, just type "I know" in the comments. It's time we saw we're not alone. When guilt isn't enough to keep you in line, the mask begins to slip. That's when intimidation enters the picture. It's rarely a physical threat. It's more subtle and, in some ways, more terrifying. It's about creating an atmosphere of fear. It's the look in their eyes that silences you instantly. The way their voice drops just low enough to sound like a warning. They might punch a wall, break an object, or use their body language to tower over you, making you feel small and powerless. They make it clear there will be consequences if you defy them. You learn to stay quiet and agreeable, not out of love, but out of fear. This constant, low-level fear drains your energy. It keeps you in a state of alert, always waiting for the next explosion. It's exhausting. They've distorted your mind, controlled your finances, rewritten your thoughts, and weaponized your emotions. There's only one move left in their playbook, and it's the final, most devastating blow of all. The one that ensures you have nowhere else to turn. They isolate you. This is the end game. A victim with a strong support system is a threat. So, they systematically cut you off from everyone. Friends who voice concern are labeled as bad influences. Family members who see what's happening are accused of trying to tear you apart. Slowly, your world shrinks until they are the only person in it. Every phone call is monitored. Every social outing is questioned. You become an island, and they are your only inhabitant. Your dependence on them becomes absolute because there is no one else left. This is the checkmate. When you are completely alone, with no outside perspective, you are entirely under their control. It's the perfect trap. Gaslighting to distort your reality. Financial control to steal your freedom. Repetition to break your mind. Guilt to command your emotions. Then, intimidation to create fear, and finally, isolation to ensure you have no escape. It's a devastating, calculated strategy, but seeing the playbook is how you win the game. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to reclaiming your life. Your sanity is not a negotiation. Your freedom is not a privilege. Your value is not determined by their opinion. The most powerful thing you can do is trust that knot in your stomach. That small voice telling you something is wrong. It's not you. It's them. These tactics only work in the darkness, in the silence. The moment you name them, the moment you bring them into the light, they begin to lose their power. So, which of these tactics felt the most familiar to you? And what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who is just starting to see these signs? Share your thoughts below, because your story could be the map someone else needs to find their way out. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button and share this video. You never know who needs to hear that they aren't crazy and they aren't alone. Subscribe for more.